okay, dude, give me the lowdown on this freaking Messi thing, because I heard about it on the news, but you're the sports guy.
Finally, you're looking into.
I'm following a little bit of the sports.
So you're following my advice. Did you open a Twitter account too?
No,
not yet. Okay.
You haven't gotten me there yet.
Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear about it? I'm curious.
To be honest, or can I lie a little bit?
I want full.
You
honesty.
want full honesty in this show?
That's
well,
what we do here.
I literally heard it from a friend. It wasn't so much me looking into.
Okay, that's valid.
But it's Messi though, so because he said it, and once again, I'm not the biggest soccer person, or I don't get well informed about it, but you have to know who Messi is. Like, if I know, anybody knows. But yeah, so he told me about it, and I was like, okay, let me look into this a little bit. But I was like, no, wait, before I do that, I know Jonah's gonna have like the actual news and what to look for. Man. So
yeah.
So bring it.
So I'm assuming you heard from your friend that he switched clubs, or that's probably what you heard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so Lionel Messi, he is allegedly the best player in the history of soccer, in the history of the freaking game. So that's how good he is. Anyways, he spent his entire, up to this point, his entire career in one club. In Barcelona.
Barcelona, right? Yeah.
Ever since he was 13 or 14.
Actually,
he arrived to the club when he was 10 years old.
He's from Argentina, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Rosario, Argentina. He moved to Barcelona when he was like 10.
Oh, shit. So he started young.
Yeah.
Or wait, when you say he was 10, as in like he was already kind of drafted, and because I know they get them young and they kind of, they train them and then eventually they move into the league. So that move to Barcelona, that was because of the league?
Yeah. So what happened is that this dude, when he was a kid, doctors identified that he had like a hormonal problem.
Oh.
So it was specifically hormones that had to do with growth. So obviously being from a very, a humble family, they didn't have the means to pay for, such expensive medication, which involve like, shots, constant, hormone shots and stuff like that, so that his growth wouldn't be stunted. So long story short, Barcelona ended up, by the time he played soccer, so he was good. So he went through a couple of clubs, like the big ones, River Plate, Boca, like the big ones in Argentina. He went around and no one really wanted him. And then, but he played soccer already, even as 10 years old. He played since he was a kid. Anyways, so they reach out to Barcelona, and Barcelona is like, yeah, like they saw the tapes.
He's good.
This, we're talking about like the year 99, or 98, 99, 2000, like those years, end of the 90s. So Barcelona was like, oh shit, like this kid is good. They were able to see the talent, and they were like, yeah, come through, come over to Barcelona. We'll pay for your medication, and you'll play for us, basically. Like,
oh shit,
you'll go into academy, and then the rest is history.
I know. Okay, maybe I do know more about Messi than I thought, but I remember. I think they nicknamed him the lapulga, no?
Yeah.
So the flea.
Yeah.
It was that. Is that because of the whole size? Like he's just kind of short.
Yeah. Gotcha. Exactly. Short and fast.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I know a little bit.
Yeah. You're not
so what's the deal? So I mean, this guy has to be making a ton of money. I wasn't too sure if he was the best, considered the best in the history of the sport. But from what you're telling me, like, so he's up there with like, well, what's the name of this Argentinian guy too? Maradona. So I mean, yeah, like he's considered also a legend, right? For soccer and Pelé. Like he's like up there with those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Just recent history.
For sure. Yeah, and there, if you get into it with people that like soccer, there will be people that say like, no, Maradona was better. No, Pelé was better. No, you're crazy. Messi's not there. No, Cristiano Ronaldo is better. You can get into that argument, but you could say Lionel Messi is up there for sure. If you had to say a top 5, he is definitely in from all the standpoints that you want to say, from awards, trophies, goals scored, like everything, the dude's a beast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew he was good, but so I wonder, I mean, why the change? I mean, they have to be paying him well. Barcelona, from what I know, is like one of the best paying teams, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how much the dude is really making every year, but I'm assuming it has to be a lot just by Barcelona and then plus all the sponsorships and whatnot. But so why the move from his like part?
So what happened is that, well, two things happened for sure. Money, what's involved, and
It's always money, huh?
yeah, for sure. And then the other one was the relationship with the club's president, which wasn't good. So those were the two big ones. But of course, money trumps everything. So that is the main factor, which is why he left. So in Barcelona, this guy was making, and let me pull it up so that I don't fudge it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, while you look it up, so I mean, the guy is kind of quiet. Even commercials that I've seen of him, he rarely talks, and if he does, it's like one word. So I mean, I'm surprised he got into into an argument or like they're butting heads against the president of the club or whatever. But must have been something big, right, to make that switch, not just money, right, that you were saying.
Yeah, so it was a combination of factors. So the dude, by the dude Messi, he wanted to.
This dude,
yeah, he's my friend. He wasn't happy because the club hadn't been in finals, hadn't been winning trophies.
Oh,
in like for the past 6 years or something like that. So Messi kept on, basically talking to the president and the coach.
So it wasn't personal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly
I thought he was your friend.
Relationship. I hadn't asked, I didn't dare to ask. I'm sorry. I guess we're not that close. But anyways, the dude was pissed because the club hadn't won anything, at least. Yeah, they hadn't won anything for like the past 6 years, at least something that was like meaningful, which is, in soccer, specifically, we're talking about like Champions League and the domestic league. But anyways, so they hadn't won anything. So Messi kept on talking to the president and said like, hey, please sign players that can actually
win a trophy.
Yeah, that can help me win the team. I can't be the only star in the team. I can't do it by myself. So year after year came, players came and went. Barcelona hired some players, but they weren't really like the top players. So Messi, by the time 2020 rolled, he was like,
I'm done with this.
Like, I'm done. It's been 5 years. There's no project. There's nothing. We're not going to win anything. Screw this. He didn't leave last year because, mid-pandemic, it was kind of like a weird year. So basically he waited a year and then just dipped. And it's specific. And then the other reason, and it's the main one, the money. So Barcelona couldn't afford Messi anymore. Like they couldn't pay him what he was making, which was $71 million a year.
Holy shit!
And the reason they couldn't pay him anymore was because there's this new, or at least relatively new, rule in the league and in Spain's league that states that clubs cannot pay more than 70% of their income, of the club's overall income, in salary to the players. Yeah. So basically, the overall income.
I'm guessing that's just to like even out the field, right, between teams. Yeah, because
and that's pretty much it. The reason, and also to avoid bankruptcy and some teams like spending more than you're actually making.
Well, that's their fault for not getting it right. But anyways,
but like there are clubs that historically have done that, and it's a disaster. There are soccer clubs out there that they don't have money to pay their players.
So, okay, remind me, how much did you say he's getting paid? 17 million?
$71 million.
71.
That's what he made in Barcelona a year.
Okay. At that point, what kind of money can you negotiate? Like, if they're paying you $71 million, right? Like, what is he asking for? Like 71.5? Like,
he was just asking to
continue
making $71 million.
I don't think. I mean, what are you doing with $71 million? I'm sorry, I can't fathom that. But anyways, if I was Messi, if I was Messi, right, and I've been making $71 million every year, even half of that, I would be like, at that point, if I'm that good and if I have like enough money is like not even a factor. But if his main reason of why he wanted to switch was because of his personal glory, right, as a soccer player, I would be like, oh, dude, I could care less how much you pay me, as long as it's decent enough, I'll go to any team.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why he said, okay, you cannot pay me $71 million. I'll do you a solid one. You can pay me 35.
Oh, no way.
It'll be cool.
So they are paying him less.
Yeah, well, they try, right? At least he said that, they negotiated that. He said like, okay, cool, that's fine. Pay me 35, basically 50%, roughly. Of his, and
it's Barcelona, a summer sale.
And Barcelona came back. Yeah, and Barcelona came back and said like, still, we cannot afford you with the, because
even if we pay you that much, we cannot get the players that you want us to get.
Exactly, because you still you have that, and you have other players. You have to pay other players who are also making not 71, but they may be making 20 million, 30 million, and you have plenty of those. So, and you got to remember, the rule is that you cannot spend the 70% of the club's income. And apparently this past year, due to pandemic, they lost money. Then they didn't have the income to basically be able to pay millions of dollars to all the players. So basically they said, no, we can't even do $35 million. And at that point, that's when PSG from
I was like, hey,
France,
what's up, buddy?
Paris,
how you doing today?
And they said, hey, what's up? Exactly. They had been trying to get Messi for...
Oh, they were trying to get Messi, all right.
They strategically waited until
they create a whole pandemic and everything
until they get him on sale. So they showed up and said like, hey, Messi, you don't have to be making $35 million a year. We'll pay you 43 and come over, and we are gonna make up a team that's gonna win trophies. So
are they?
Through.
PSG, right? That's the team. Mm-hmm. So are they actually winning trophies?
Not yet,
like
because it just started.
Where are they like ranked amongst all the the teams? I guess but I know Barcelona by name. I'm not sure. I mean, you're saying that I'm guessing they're not winning as many games, but so who are like the top 3 teams right now? That you would say, even if you're wrong, and I mean, up to you.
Yeah, it's definitely Bayern Munich.
Juventus?
I gotta say Chelsea for sure. Another, I guess at the point probably Liverpool or another. I guess if you look at someone from England, Liverpool, Tottenham, like one of those. Probably those are the best teams right now, just because of what they did, in the last year and stuff. Right now, the leagues are barely starting, so I have to base it on the previous season.
And of course, players have already maybe moved and
right, exactly. So those are probably the top teams as we speak.
So it's crazy to think that I've always thought of Barcelona and Madrid as the top teams, but from what you're saying, they're not even in the top 3 right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah. But historically speaking, Barcelona was like a solid, good team, like the gold standard of a club.
Yeah, historically speaking, Barcelona is the best, and probably will always be not necessarily the best team, but it's one of the best teams in the world. Like if we're talking historically, not if we're not just basing it on last recent season history, or like in the past 2 seasons or whatever. You have your Barcelona and Real Madrid are definitely the best team. Or, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Bayern Munich. The teams from Milan, specifically AC Milan, and
that's right.
Like probably those teams are they have to be the top 5. then later, again, I'm talking historically. If you were, those are probably the teams that have won the most throughout history, the most Champions Leagues, the most leagues in their respective country, like all that stuff.
So if I buy FIFA 2022, I know which teams I can pick now, just based on what you're telling me.
Oh yeah, FIFA 22, you want to pick Manchester United and PSG. That's PSG.
No wonder I'm always losing. I keep losing. I keep picking
Messi. And in Manchester United, you'll find Cristiano Ronaldo now.
Oh no! Wait, wasn't he Madrid before? Dude,
you're a couple of years
big. Yeah. Oh man!
From Real Madrid, he went to Juventus, and from Juventus, he went back to Manchester United.
That guy has to be making a big dough too.
Oh yeah, he's another one.
Do you think he can share at least 1% of his wealth to like improve this podcast or something?
Oh man, that'd be awesome. 0.001%. We'll take it.
We'll take anything.
Yeah, at least subscribe. Come on.
Throw us a solid. Man, well, I wish Messi really good luck, man, because I want to say he's one of the only players that I know right now. Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, like those names you recognize anywhere they go. So so hopefully it works out for him.
Yeah, well, I'll let him know you wish him luck.
Please do. Yeah, thank you. I know he'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, tune in next time.